full-on taste bud explosion.
If you're looking for health food, this probably isn't it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about this.
Oh,
Fun fact for you. A recent study ranked Las Vegas as the #1 food-obsessed city in the United States. There are upwards of 5,000 to 6,000 restaurants in the Las Vegas metropolitan area. So basically, you could eat at 3 new restaurants per day for an entire year and you wouldn't even come close to covering them all. Now, I'm definitely a foodie myself, and I love to show off my city. So let's hop in the car and we'll do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert at 4 of my favorite hidden gems. So buckle your seatbelt and join me on a one-day food adventure. And maybe a little misadventure.
oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was alarmed.
I'm Blake Pullen. Welcome to Planet Vegas.
So our first stop on the tour is Crêpe Expectations, and I'm sure based on the title, you can guess what they serve. This is one of my favorite breakfast spots.
And to be clear, we're not talking healthy breakfast spots. We're talking fun breakfast spots, right? It's definitely a very sugary, kind of guilty pleasure sort of breakfast place. If you're looking for health food, this probably isn't it.
Now, the owners of Crêpe Expectations describe their food as delicious outside-the-box crepe recipes at truly affordable prices. I have personally met the owners, and I will tell you they're incredibly friendly people, and they're the kind of people who will remember your face and even your name and say hi to you when you come in. The service there is just outstanding, and you will not believe how delicious these crepes are. Let's talk about their menu. It's divided into 3 sections: breakfast yum, sweet yum, and savory yum. They have barbecue crepes, Italian-themed crepes, Greek-themed crepes, and of course, plenty of my guilty pleasure, which is the sweet crepe. On today's visit, I ordered the Monkey, which is a crepe with Nutella, bananas, and chocolate drizzle. That's my regular go-to, and let me tell you, scrumptious doesn't even begin to describe it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about this. This is heaven on a plate.
One of the things that really sets this place apart for me is the quality of the crepes themselves. They're really well made and delicious on their own. They also offer a selection of your favorite coffee drinks. I had a vanilla latte with my breakfast and it was really tasty. They have indoor and outdoor seating and space heaters outside to keep you warm during the winter, and they close at 3 p.m. every day. I'm telling you, this is a perfect place to indulge your taste buds.
Now, Crêpe Expectations has been featured a couple of times on the Guy Fieri show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, I think it's called. And that definitely gave it a higher profile around here, but I still feel like it's a bit of a hidden gem. A lot of people, even locals, haven't heard of it, and I just think it's great. There's an entire section of the freeway closed here. I mean, not just a few lanes, the entire freeway. So now I'm stuck in traffic. All right, one of my favorite lunch spots in Vegas is a place called SkinnyFATS. And if you're wondering why it's dark outside and I'm talking about lunch, I actually got kind of a late start to the day and the sun goes down in Vegas pretty early in the winter, so it's not actually as late as it seems. But anyway, let's get inside, get something to eat.
SkinnyFATS is a small chain of restaurants with 3 locations in Las Vegas and 1 location in Salt Lake City. Now, what makes this place so interesting is their menu, which is divided into 2 parts, the healthy side and the happy side. Now, the healthy side is pretty self-explanatory, and the happy side focuses on great recipes and delicious flavors with a lot less concern for things like calorie count, etc. So when you dine at SkinnyFATS, there really is something for everyone.
My favorite dish at SkinnyFATS is smoke in a bowl, but they have a lot of different options. It's a really varied menu.
They have chicken skewers, quesadillas, buffalo chicken tenders, Caesar salad, steak sandwiches, and plenty of other options. And as I mentioned before, smoke in a bowl is my go-to dish, and that's a rice bowl with grilled chicken, Hawaiian mix, black bean salsa, agave barbecue sauce, and cilantro yo. This is one of the options from the healthy side of the menu, and it's delicious. I love it. On the beverage side of things, they offer fresh juices, kombucha, naturally flavored sodas, and they usually carry a small selection of craft beer as well. This is a really innovative concept for a restaurant, and the delicious food makes this one of my top choices for lunch. You are going to love SkinnyFATS. Quick story for you, on my way across town to get to SkinnyFATS, I actually had a bit of a mishap in the car. The camera mount that I use to hold my camera actually suction cups to the windshield. Now it's normally pretty reliable, but on this particular day it came loose, and my camera and the mount went crashing into my dashboard.
Oh, are you kidding me? Ugh.
I had to share this clip with you because I thought my genuine reaction in the moment was kind of funny. The noise it made startled me, and my first thought was, oh no, my camera's gonna be damaged, my dashboard's gonna be damaged. As it turns out, none of those things were true. It was all fine. But based on my reaction, you'd think the world was coming to an end. Anyway, I'm sure I wouldn't be the first person to cuss behind the wheel of a car. Now it's time for my favorite meal of the day, dinner. And we're going for Mexican food at Juan's Flaming Fajitas and Cantina. This is a local restaurant chain only in Las Vegas, and there are 3 locations around town. I would describe this place as a cross between a Mexican restaurant and a sports bar. They serve traditionally inspired Mexican dishes, and the food here is just top-notch. Every dish I've had here has something special going on in terms of flavor. They're of course known for their flaming fajitas, which they light on fire right next to your table. But my usual go-to dish is the carne asada burrito. I have to tell you, in terms of service, I've never been more impressed with a restaurant. It feels like they schedule more staff than the average restaurant because the food always arrives at lightning speed. And I find all the servers to be incredibly friendly there. All the meals are served with fideo, which is a stock-based noodle soup, and plenty of chips and salsa. And I love their house margaritas. What's so funny to me about this place is that from the outside, it's very unassuming. It just looks like a local watering hole, which it sort of is, but you go inside, you'd never know that there's this incredible restaurant behind those doors. Now this spot is pretty popular with the locals, so if you plan to dine there, I would highly recommend getting a reservation in advance. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait for a while for a table.
The food here is outstanding and the service is excellent. The serving sizes are huge. I'm taking some of my food home. I definitely recommend this place.
Now, anyone who knows me will tell you that I have a mad sweet tooth, so we can't finish this video without the grand finale, and that's dessert. So we're going to Nielsen's Frozen Custard. Now, Nielsen's is a chain that's primarily located all over Utah, but they've expanded into Las Vegas, and there are several locations in town. When it comes to frozen desserts, I will take frozen custard any day over traditional ice cream. And Nielsen serves the best frozen custard in Las Vegas by a long shot.
The best way to describe frozen custard, if you've never had it, it's ice cream, but it's on crack. It's like it's turbocharged. It's hard to describe, but it's absolutely delicious.
Now, there are 3 things that differentiate frozen custard from traditional ice cream. The first is that it's served at a slightly warmer temperature than traditional ice cream. Traditional ice cream is served at around 10 degrees, and frozen custard is served at about 26 degrees. Now, this keeps your taste buds from getting shocked or frozen by the extremely cold temperatures and actually allows you to enjoy the flavor more. The second difference is that frozen custard actually has a little bit of egg in it, which adds to the creaminess of the texture. And the third difference is frozen custard has a lot less air in it than traditional ice cream, which makes it very thick. Once you experience those 3 things together done well, you may never go back to traditional ice cream. At Nielsen's, you can order your custard on a cone or in a sundae or in a float, but the most common way to eat frozen custard is in what's called a concrete. And that's a cup of custard with a mix-in ingredient like chocolate chips or nuts or caramel or any other number of ingredients that you can put in it.
So I got a chocolate concrete with peanut butter mixed in. It is like full-on taste bud explosion. So good.
Now, I gotta warn you, frozen custard is extremely high in calories, but I think it's worth the calorie penalty. This custard is incredible and you are going to love it. Nielsen's is one of my favorite local dessert spots. Well, my friends, that wraps up our one-day food adventure, and I have to tell you, I am so full, I probably won't eat for a week. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like me to do more Las Vegas food reviews, please let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Blake Pullen, and we'll see you next time on Planet Vegas.